One thing that can be said for Cannes Lions is that there is a huge amount of content. You can't possibly see it all. So if you do feel like you've missed something, let's see if technology can come to the rescue. One man that has produced a solution for the whole of Cannes Lions is Matt Candy at IBM iX. We know what you do with Wimbledon and highlights and Watson, but what are you doing here?
Yeah, so we've been working with Cannes Lion and Essential, the group that owns Cannes Lions, to produce something called the Talks at Cannes this year. So this is a platform that all delegates can access, and so we've ingested all of the video footage from last year's Cannes Lion, as well as taking a feed of each day's footage this year into this experience, so that you as a delegate can go in there in natural language, can kind of communicate with topics that you're interested in, and it will automatically take you to the video, but the part of the video around that topic, right? So basically giving you access to this amazing content and helping you get to it quickly.
How big a deal has it been? How quickly have you turned this around, and what is the ultimate aim of this?
Yeah, so we launched this MVP, minimum viable product, in 7 weeks, right? And so launched it here this week at Cannes. And so again, if you think about the world that we live in, right? Test, learn, iterate, right? So now let's roll this out, let's test, let's learn, let's see what people think of it, and let's iterate it as we move forward.
So let's take this into the real world.
Yep.
It's all very well, our little Cannes bubble here.
Yep.
What do you think this sort of technology can be used for in the real world?
Well, so let me just, I mean, even how can I get it, right? So you start to think about now how I can build up a picture of you, James, right? And the things that you're interested in and the content that you're interested in. Now think about the engagement that I can drive with you over the next year, before next year's little Cannes bubble. And then also think about how I can use that insight to help drive you to the content while you're here. But now if you apply that back into the real world, right? You think about, I think about FMCG companies. I think about work that we've done with the likes of Unilever and Knorr, right? I think about how you use the amazing content and stuff within an organization and data that they've got, and how you can use AI and other technologies to weave that back into an experience that drives some sort of outcome, right? That either helps somebody do their job a little bit easier, helps them get home a little bit earlier, but you're having some impact in how people lead their lives. And so I think when you apply this way of thinking, using the data and the insights and the content that you've got, use artificial intelligence and other technologies that are out there, but weave it back into some experience that delivers some sort of value, then you get amazing things happen.
So does that mean we're having all these companies with huge amounts of content, data that is just sort of sitting idly there, just ticking over, not really driving any business outcome?
Yeah, 100%, right? So actually, if you look, you'll see these charts that people put up saying, look at all of the data that we're generating in the world, right? This little hockey stick. Right? What those charts don't tell you is that actually only 20% of that data is publicly available, right? 80% sits inside the firewalls of organizations, of enterprises, yeah? And only 2% of those companies are mining that data properly. And so we deeply believe that actually the power is with the incumbent organizations of the world, right? Whether you're an incumbent bank, a utility company, an automotive company, not the digital startups. Because if they can properly leverage and mine that data and draw insights from that data, but put it back into the experiences and the things that they're creating for their customers, there's huge power in that, right? Not just in that data, but then how they bring that together with other data, license data, weather data, other third-party data, and how you then bring that together with public data, whether that's social media. Right, but when you bring those three bits together, there's huge power in that, and so absolutely there's huge business value in that.
What have you got to do from an IBM iX point of view to tell these companies what they need to do?
So I think show, right, not tell. So I think, and we do a lot of work with clients where we'll very quickly spin up proof of concepts. We have we call it our IBM Garage method. If you're American, it's Garage. But here in Britain, we like to call it Garage. But we have an approach that effectively helps companies, scale ideas through to execution, right? How do I come up with some new business idea and experiment? How do I quickly build something, test, learn, iterate, and then scale it into some global product release? So in my mind, the quicker that we can bring something to life, build an algorithm, show some sort of insight and show the impact that we can have from it, then we actually get something in the hands of a real user, you see the impact it has, and then we scale it.
Stick your marketing cap on when you go to these companies. Is it a kind of push or pull kind of strategy when you have to go to a company and say, look, you can do this, or do you need the guy in that company to say, look, we've got all this, how can you help them?
And it's both. So I think a lot of the time, we're having conversations with the clients that we work with, bringing new ideas, bringing ideas for experiments, things to drive in there. And then I think, a lot of the time companies are also coming to us and saying, actually, we've got this collection of stuff, we've got an idea, what could we do to kind of do something around this? So I think it's both push and pull.
Matt, thank you very much.
All right, lovely to speak to you. Thanks, James.
Hi, I'm James Wright and thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thanks for watching.